Stadium in Miami, Florida. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 52 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
That's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Allen. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that one complete once. Again to Higgins. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year, with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Allen again. That's complete to Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down, as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
On play action, here's Tua. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Second and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete. 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Room to run for Gaskin. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down now, it's Hughes, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run on the draw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I thought thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep to return is Lynn Bowden. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Gaskin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was he?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Tua now on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on second down. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until the receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Throwing is Allen on third. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They've got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first-half lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, this pass complete to Higgins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shows.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we've come to... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Duckworth. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's right, baby. 46 to Mike. 46.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Steps away to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down inside the 30. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after... the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Tua now on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On 1st down, Hughes, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. to the air. Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And Diggs has it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
55, my guy, 55. Record.
They'll try to run this one in. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. Nope.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Well, they're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've done it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Allen now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .37 on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory, as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Miami, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bills, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field.